the Cairns Cup is happening right now. That's, let's say, I think is the highest paid women's tournament of the year of the chess calendar. Obviously, right now with Norway Chess, I'm not really sure which one is which, but I do think that Cairns Cup is still the highest paid. So definitely an opportunity for women players to do quite well and support their careers. And on top of that, at the opening ceremony, we had a huge announcement. I would say quite huge announcement. A big endowment, $500,000 from the co-owner, the co-creator, co-founder of the St. Louis Chess Club, Jeannie Singfield, for which the tournament is named after because her middle name is Cairns, and she is giving $100,000 to women who become grandmasters over the next 5 years. The next 4 women that become grandmasters over the next 5 years from US Chess will receive each $100,000. And Irina Krush, who has been spearheading, has been leading US women's chess for the better part of the last 2 decades, I would assume, has received $100,000 as well. Quite significant. That's a lot of money. Irina was extremely surprised about it. It's an interest. I like it. I think it's a good thing. It's huge. It's a huge motivator for U.S. women's chess. You're Alice Lee right now. You're pursuing your IM title, but now the GM title comes with already maybe a life or career altering sum of money. So there's something to work for. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think we somewhat like the chess world somewhat underestimates how much money the St. Louis Chess Club gives to chess players, not just like top players, um, but young players, established players, or like strong grandmasters, but not top grandmasters, like a wide range of players. It's actually quite an enormous, generous amount that they've poured into chess.
Yes.
And yeah, Irina deserves it, of course. She's been grandmaster for I don't know how long, but a very long time, and the only woman grandmaster in the United States.
Is she
Not
the
not
only? Is she still the only one? I
as
guess
far as
she.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. No, I think
As
you're
far as I
right.
know.
I think she's still the
So
only one.
so you said it's five that will, or is it four left?
Four
Or is
left.
it
Four left.
four
So
left?
Irina plus another 4 for the next 5 years.
So I think it's so to get a grandmaster title, you need to at some point, even live, achieve a rating of 2,500, and you need to get 3 norms. Each norm has to be a performance of 2,600 with the right conditions, which is, I think, I don't know if it's still the case. It's like been a while since I actually checked this, but I think it's like 3 different federations, um, and minimum 9 games, and what else is there?
Nowadays, I think they changed it.
Grandmasters you have to play or something like that.
Yes, and I think after the whole Mishra and Nepo situation, I think FIDE actually changed it that you have to do it. At least one of the norms, you have to do it in an open tournament or something along
Oh,
those
okay,
lines.
that's interesting. So yeah, so who has a good chance? Actually, one of the players who has a very solid chance is Anna Zatonsky.
Anna
Uh,
Zatansky, I don't know if she's ever had the 2,500 rating, but
she
she's
has
one norm away.
even 25-30.
She has. Well, then
I
she
think
has
25-30.
an
She was like
amazing
top five
chance.
in the
Yeah.
world. So
Yeah.
she has the rating because now she's much lower. So she would struggle to get that rating again. But she's already achieved the rating, so she doesn't have to do that. And I think she's made either 1 or 2 norms.
I want to say
Uh,
2 norms. I
in that
want to
case,
say she already made 2 norms. She
in
only
that case,
needs
she
one
could
more.
like theoretically get the GM title this week.
Yes,
Um,
she definitely can.
although it's a long shot, but she has a pretty good chance because she has just as, at some point has to get a 2016 performance. Uh, if she's gotten two. If she's gotten only one, then two 2600 performances will be quite a challenge, but one is quite manageable. And maybe she'll be quite motivated now. So she definitely has a good chance. The other players who have a quite good chance, Alice Lee, you mentioned,
Yes.
she's
Yeah.
like 14 or 15.
hmm
She's around 2400.
20,
So
2368 right now, but she's been hovering around 2400 for a while now.
yeah, to reach like a 2600 level is quite achievable for her, and would also make her the like if she were to become 2600 in like let's say 4 years time,
You mean
that would make her the
2500?
well if she were to well I just said 2600 but I
You
mean
want to
yeah
completely pass the GM
yeah if
the GM
like if
level?
that's
Yes.
okay I'm hoping that she'll make the most of her potential whatever that is, but let's say if she gets to 2600 that would make her the number one woman in the world among active players, so we're not counting Hou Yifan, who hasn't been active for a while, right? That would make her the number one woman in the world, right? The 2600,
Yeah.
based on current ratings.
Yes.
Uh, and okay, so she has a good chance. Other players, it's kind of hard for me to tell because like Carissa,
I think
she's
Carissa
going
is
to
definitely
university.
one of them.
She's going to university. I mean, it really depends if she actually like, wants to pursue chess much.
She has the talent. All she has to do is put in the work. Easier said than done, especially with her academic career taking off. She's not going to any easy university. She's going to Stanford, so you know, yeah, that's not easy. Begim also, I guess, Gulrukh Begim Tahirjanova. She was around 2450 at her highest, so definitely has her chances as well. But yeah,
Yeah, it's possible. And that there's like also another young, well, there's like two more young players. There's like Rose, I'm actually just looking at the list. Rose Atwell, 2009,
hmm very good
Zoe
player. Yes,
Tang, 2008. So okay, these players, since they're quite young, also have a shot, but they have to gain quite a bit of rating. So they have to improve. These are like their peak improvement years normally. The like mid teenage years are usually the peak improvement years
yes,
for chess, but yeah, they'll have to do to make the improvement. So um, I think definitely some will make it. I don't know if four. I don't know how like if there's a deadline to it, but
5 years
uh,
for the next 5 years.
5 years. I don't know if like four will do it, but I think there's a good shot for some too.
Yeah,
But we'll see. Hopefully, I mean, I hope that that all the spots get taken. That would be nice.
yes,
To have like five grandmasters would also make the U.S. easily
extremely competitive.
top three women countries for women in the world.
And I think this
Which
was kind of, well, at least partially the reason for this as well. A lot of the talent, and you've mentioned Carissa, um, a lot of the talent, once they reach a certain age, they get drawn to and they have a huge um, choice to make. Will they go and pursue an academic career, which in the United States is very much valued, with already quite some accomplishments in the world of chess? They can sometimes, get admitted to Stanford, get admitted to the Ivy Leagues because of that as well.
I
And
mean,
then
they all do, no? They all get like
for the
into great
most part,
numbers.
yes. I mean, chess definitely helps, right? So that's the big choice they have. Now you have this extra incentive to pursue, and a lot of the players, go to university and then they become doctors, finance people, and whatnot, and make a lot of money. Now you throw in $100,000 on the other side of the scale, and that's a huge incentive to try to at least take a sabbatical after high school, let's say, for the next 2 years and try to pursue the GM title. See if you can make it as a professional chess player. So, no, I like this initiative. I think it's going to throw the weight on the other side of the scale of that choice.
Yeah, I mean, like, so it's sort of a personal thing because I think if if I were in their shoes, like if you know, let's say you're 18 and you want to make a choice, Do I keep going with chess? I'm like 2400. Do I keep going with chess, try to make the GM title, and then maybe 2 years later go to university, or do I just go to university now and not waste time? For me, it would be like, okay, 2 years is not going to really change so much in terms of your academic career, but it could change a lot for your chess career. Like you could either be an international master or grandmaster. Whether that's valuable to you personally is another question. Some people don't care that much, right? Say, okay, I became U.S. champion, like let's say Jennifer, you did, or Carissa did, or other players as well. And they're like, okay, well, why? Um, yeah, that's enough, and now I'll start my academic career, and they'll definitely do very well with that. So that's a personal choice. I would still try to like maximize the chess, but I look at that from the point of view of a professional chess player. So maybe I'm a bit biased, but I would try to maximize the chess because I have a feeling that the academic stuff will also wait without like any damage done. I mean, if you're if you graduate at 26 rather than 24 or whatever degree you're going for, I mean, probably people also have possibly higher goals than that. Then then yeah, maybe they don't want to waste time, or maybe they just like don't love chess too much. That could also be a reason. Not everyone loves chess. Even people who are incredibly talented at it sometimes don't love it. So that's another part of the equation. Um, but yeah, I do hope. The thing is, like in the United States, I don't feel like there's much, at least for like the women, they don't seem like hugely motivated to pursue chess over other things because
Precisely.
they have a very nice choice. I mean, they're usually very intelligent and successful, and they have a nice choice between do I want to be a really successful chess player or do I want to be really successful in whatever else? And probably they make the right decision generally, and like the whatever else will be more valuable to me.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
which you also see with like the guys. Um, like I don't know, maybe Andrew Tang as an example. I mean, he's 2500, he's very talented, but he never pursued chess as a professional, and he'd be I don't know exactly his job, but I know that he has like a very good job. I think in finance, but I'm not
Finance.
100%.
A lot of players, a lot of chess people go into finance, um, because
Yeah, like there's
the chess
there's like
skills that you acquire over the years and the analytical skills you acquire over the years translate very well into that part of the world.
yeah, that could be. I think chess players generally they're not usually stupid. So they do have like they have the general skills that will work out in a professional career. I mean, there's a lot of okay, you have university students, right? You run a chess team, but I can think of examples from like Francesco Rambaldi. I think he graduated from SLU. He's a grandmaster, and then he went to New York and he started a very successful financial career.
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes, yes. Yeah, he started, I think he worked for Google for a while in Portland and then went to New York. But yeah,
so just like one of many examples.
very successful guy.
Like they're very good chess players, but it makes more sense to pursue something else financially and maybe for like maybe it's just a generally better life. If you're not like a top five player, it's chess can be a bit of a grind. Um, but for women, I think it's also more it's like a bit more on the extreme end because like at some point they do make that choice, and with the guys you see like kind of a split, right? But with the girls, usually they mostly go towards other fields. Um, like with the guys, you can think of players who stayed in chess, they improved, they got very strong, and they stayed professional chess players while
Well,
getting to like
Ray
27.
Robson, for example, yeah, he
Ray,
went to
Sam
college,
Shankland,
but he still continued playing chess afterwards.
yeah, Ray is an example.
Sam Sevian,
Shankland, Sam Savion, I think I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Um, Hans is an example. I don't think that he went to university.
no, he didn't.
Uh, there's probably other examples that I'm not thinking of right away, but uh, but there's definitely examples, and with the young, uh, with like the young improving women players, I can't think of many who stayed in chess entirely from like the new generation. Some like
Very
it seems
few.
like Alice Lee,
Very
but yeah,
few.
it's quite a few. So that
We've lost a lot of talent that could potentially have been, leading the U.S. the next generation of U.S. women's
and it could be the
team.
money. It could be a
It's
reason that the money is not equivalent.
it's a huge part of
Uh,
it, I would assume.
yeah, but that people will also argue that the money shouldn't be equivalent. That's going to be like there will be people who argue both. I
Right,
mean, this was
right, right.
the question with Norway chess as well. It's like I think they asked me this question. I said, like in general, if you're adding money, then I think it's a good thing. Um, but there's going to be people who say it's unfair, right? You're also going to get that side.
Yeah. And that's definitely a discussion that I'm sure we will touch upon at some point. But I do have a flight to catch.
Okay.
This was supposed to be a 20-minute recording, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, actually, it wasn't. It's much longer than that. But I do have a flight to catch. I'm going to Romania. I will see you in Romania in about 10 days from now or something like that.
10 days, yeah.
Very excited about it. Superbet is coming up. I'm sure we'll maybe record another one before that.